Yo, 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 what's poppin' YouTube fam? ItsJSansi back in this thing. Today, we will be reviewing the Razer Wolverine Tournament Edition controller, which currently retails for $119.99, so let's get straight to it after the intro.
And I ain't never had it all, had a couple falls, wanna walk the walk but now I'm learning how to crawl, really wanna flex but now I'm learning how to ball, really wanna, now I'm learning how to...
Alright guys, so I purchased this controller about a month or two ago when I was actually looking for a Scuf controller because I used to have a Scuf and I wanted to have a Tournament Edition controller that I can compete with. Obviously, most people that have custom controllers are going to have a Scuf or an Xbox Elite, and there's actually a couple reasons why I selected this controller over both of those. Reason number one was pricing. Both the Xbox Elite and the Scuf controllers are going to run about $180, whereas this controller was $119.99. So that one was a no-brainer. Saving $60 sounds like a deal to me. The second reason I switched is because I don't know if you're familiar with Razer products, but their controllers actually have a click to them that feels much like a computer keyboard. It's much more instantaneous, and honestly, it's much more satisfying to press. Here's an example of what they sound like when you press buttons. So you can clearly hear that these buttons click like a keyboard and not necessarily like a standard controller that you've held before. Reason number three is because of the built-in mic functionalities on the bottom of the controller. It just makes it much easier to control things and volume in-game. You can also cycle between two different types of controller presets that you may have saved for different games. Reason number four, you have built-in trigger stops in your triggers, meaning they only click as far as the game needs them to click, so you're saving time in between pulling them down. Reason number five is going to cover a lot of things. Actually, I'm just going to focus on the whole back side of the controller. First off, you have 4 paddles, which is very, very useful. You can customize those in an app that comes on your Xbox, and you can actually pick what you want those buttons to do on your controller. Also, you're going to have 2 extra bumpers up top by your triggers. On top of that, you have a black like rubbery finish on the back, which is a controller grip, so your hands don't get sweaty and things like that. It just allows you to grip the controller, and surprisingly it works very well. Now, a couple things that I have not mentioned so far is this controller comes very customizable. The D-pad can actually be swapped between the standard Xbox D-pad and the one that you see here. I choose this one because I like them being separate buttons and more split apart. Not only that, but you will get 2 different sets of analog sticks, one short and one tall, so it's kind of like a built-in control freak on your controller. And not only that, since this controller is wired, it's going to come with a safety release wire just like the old Xbox controllers did, so if you accidentally pull your controller too far away, it'll simply disconnect and it won't yank your whole system off of whatever it's sitting on. On top of that, the wire is braided, so it's not going to ruin, it's not going to get destroyed, it's much more durable this way. I would highly recommend this controller to anyone looking for a custom controller to compete or just play competitive or just simply get better at their games. This controller is excellent, it's much cheaper than the competition, and honestly I think it performs better than the competition. I will admit that getting used to the bumpers on the back did take about a week until I felt really good at Call of Duty again, just because I was used to a Scuf prior to this, and the bumpers are slightly arranged differently. They're not exactly in the same spot, so you just have to get used to pressing them again and get comfortable. But once you do, I would argue that these triggers are in a better spot. Once you get comfortable to them, it feels really good and the game feels really easy. But that is going to be it for today, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please drop a like on this if it helped you, and comment down below if you have the controller and want to add anything that I didn't say. Thank you guys, and until next video, peace out.